You're hurting, and that pain makes you want to act. It makes you want to text her, explain everything, tell her how much she means to you, and somehow fix what's broken. But before you hit send, pause. That urge you're feeling isn't vulnerability, it's desperation masked as emotion. And there's a dangerous difference between the two. Vulnerability is honest, clean, and powerful. It's the quiet confidence of a man who can say, yes, I cared, and yes, I still feel it, without needing anything in return. But neediness is messy. It's chasing after a ghost, trying to force a connection, and flooding her space with words she didn't ask for. That's the moment attraction dies. Most men don't realize how fast they go from strong to scrambling. The second she pulls back, they double down. They over-message, over-apologize, over-express, not because they're bad people, but because they're scared. They think if they just say the right thing, they can fix it. But people don't respond to pressure. They respond to presence. You could send the most heartfelt message in the world, but if it comes from a place of emotional need, she'll feel it. And instead of drawing her in, it pushes her further away. Think about it. If you were her, would you be drawn to someone who's chasing after you, questioning your silence, and clinging to hope? Or would you be more intrigued by the man who respects his emotions, but doesn't lose himself to them? That's what true vulnerability looks like, the kind that stands. It's ground. You can say, I care, and then step back and live your life. That's strength, that's composure. That's the kind of energy that actually makes her think about you when you're not around. You don't have to fake being cold. You don't have to play games. But you do have to stop bleeding your emotions everywhere, hoping she'll notice. Speak your truth once, clearly, calmly, and then go quiet. Let your silence carry the weight of what you're not willing to chase. That's the moment everything shifts. That's when she feels the difference between a man who needs her and a man who chooses her and won't settle for anything less than being chosen back. Control is an illusion that far too many men chase when they feel a woman slipping away. They think if they just try harder, do more, be more available, they can steer the relationship back to where it used to be. But the truth is, the more control you try to exert, the more power you lose. Because relationships aren't maintained by force. They're built on mutual respect. And respect only exists where boundaries are clear and consistent. Most men lose their power not because they're weak, but because they surrender their standards the moment emotions get involved. They allow her mood to dictate their actions. They wait for her to call before they feel okay. They walk on eggshells, adjusting their behavior, in hopes of winning her back. But here's the problem. Every time you abandon your boundaries to please her, you teach her that your self-respect is negotiable. And nothing kills attraction faster than a man who doesn't stand for himself. What makes a man magnetic isn't control, it's clarity. When you have clear boundaries, when you can calmly say, this is what I accept, and this is what I won't. You stop chasing her approval and start commanding respect. That doesn't mean you become cold or distant. It means you stop overextending. You stop making excuses for behavior that drains you. You stop treating her attention like a prize you need to earn. Boundaries are how you teach people to treat you. When you don't have them, you end up stuck in emotional limbo, always reacting, always adjusting, always hoping she'll value what you don't even protect. But when you know who you are and what you stand for, you stop needing to control her. You let her make her own choices. And whether she chooses you or not, you're still standing strong. That calm confidence isn't just attractive, it's unshakable. And when a woman sees that you won't bend just to keep her, she starts to realize what she's really at risk of losing. When she pulls away and you feel that panic rise, what you're really experiencing is the scarcity mindset taking over. It tells you she's the only one, that your chances with her are slipping through your fingers, and that if you don't act fast, you'll lose everything. That panic is rooted in fear. Fear that you're not enough, that you won't find someone else, that love is scarce and hard to come by. But here's the truth, that's a lie. Your emotions are feeding you. Scarcity makes you cling. It convinces you to text her again, to tolerate disrespect, to wait by your phone. It puts her on a pedestal and makes your entire self-worth hinge on whether or not she responds. But the most powerful shift you can make right now is trading scarcity for abundance. That doesn't mean pretending you don't care. It means knowing you'll be fine whether she comes back or not. That belief, that sense of inner sufficiency, is what creates attraction. Not just with her, but with everyone you meet. An abundance mindset is knowing you bring value to the table, and that your life doesn't revolve around anyone's presence or absence. It's the quiet belief that if this door closes, another will open, one that's even better aligned with the man you're becoming. You stop chasing because you realize nothing worth keeping requires you to abandon yourself. This mindset doesn't just help you let go, it helps you rise. Because the moment you stop operating from fear, you start moving with purpose, and when that happens, she can feel the shift. She senses the peace in you, the growth, the confidence. That's when curiosity kicks in. And whether she returns or not, you've already won. It's hard to stop thinking about her, especially when your mind keeps replaying every moment, every message, every small detail. You lie awake wondering where it all went wrong, what you could have said differently, or whether she's already moved on. But what you're really doing isn't processing, it's obsessing, and that obsession isn't about her anymore. It's about your inability to let go of a version of reality that no longer exists. What's really happening is your brain is trying to solve an emotional puzzle that has no logical solution. You're addicted to the idea of her, not necessarily who she truly is today, but who she was when everything felt good. That addiction creates a loop, and the longer you stay in it, the more stuck you become. Overthinking feels like action, but it's actually paralysis. It drains your energy, breaks your focus, and keeps you emotionally anchored to a past that isn't coming back. To break free, you need to shift your focus from what happened to what's next. Stop asking questions she'll never answer, and start asking yourself what you're doing for your own growth. Every time your mind circles back to her, use it as a cue to build something: a better habit, a stronger body, a clearer vision for your life. The way out isn't found in understanding her choices. It's found in choosing yourself. The truth is, the moment you stop trying to figure her out and start figuring yourself out, everything changes. You stop giving her emotional control. You stop needing closure. And the energy you used to waste on overthinking gets redirected into building the life she either regret leaving, or you'll be too far ahead to even care. Rebuilding yourself. It isn't about proving anything to her, it's about proving everything to yourself. When a woman walks away or pulls back, it can feel like your entire identity shatters. You start questioning your worth, your choices, even your future. But that's the moment you have to make a decision. Are you going to let this break you? Or are you going to let it build you? This is where most men go wrong. They wait. They pause their growth, hoping she'll come back. But you can't grow by standing still. You grow by taking control of what's in your hands. Start small. Get back into the gym. Focus on your health, your routine, your discipline. Let your mornings be about movement, not checking your phone. Reconnect with the man you were before you lost yourself in trying to keep her. Remember your goals, your passions, the things that made you feel alive before the relationship consumed you. That version of youth, a focused, confident, grounded man isn't gone. He's just buried beneath distraction and emotional noise. When you commit to rebuilding, you send a message to yourself and the world: I am enough. And when you move like a man who knows that people feel it, including her, you stop being the guy who's waiting to be chosen. You become the man who's already chosen himself. Whether she notices or not doesn't even matter anymore. Because by then, you've reclaimed the most important thing of all, yourself. And when you walk through life from that place of quiet power, everything changes. You don't just get her attention back, you get your dignity, your confidence, and your direction. And that's a version of you no one can walk away from, not even you.